G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I am going to have another go at the 3D Dirty Pour. This is the one I did last time. Love it. This was brown, although you can't really see the brown, and kind of a coppery gold with white. So today, and that's the hibiscus mold. Today I'm using the poinsettia mold, and I have just been waiting for my resin to get to 30 degrees Celsius. $29. I've taken a little bit out already. I just did it before I started the video. 30, which is 86 in Fahrenheit. So now that we've got to 30, we can decant. And like I said, just before I started the video, I just took a little bit out and put it in my cups. I put in 20 grams for my white. I put in 20 grams for my metallic. And I put in 15 grams for my metal. Now, with the metal, metal powders are different to metallic mica powders. The metal powders, and I'm no expert, but as far as I can work out, the metal powders are floating, so they'll float. Now when you mix them up and you get that gorgeous, kind of looks like molten metal on top. So they are floating, and I know that the Archery Creations one is a floating one. I'm just going to clean off my little probe here. Give that a clean. Okay. All right. So, yes, I've got my bloom, which I'm going to put 2 grams in. I've got 20 grams, so I'm putting 2 drops. Now, when you're counting your drops, just give it a squeeze. Give it a squeeze. Wait till the drop. Whoops, I haven't opened it enough. There we go. Give it a squeeze. Wait for the drop to come to the end there, and then let it drip in. Okay. Don't let it have a whole tail, I don't know, whatever, following, because then you'll end up with like double the amount of drops. So that's for my white, 20 grams, 2 drops for the bloom pigment paste, specially developed for 3D blooms. You can get that in my eBay store and my Amazon store. Now, the other one I'm going to try Stuck Up Pigs. This one is hoity-toity. It's kind of like a chameleon, color changing type of a thing. Look at that. I don't know how I get it all over the side of the bottle, but I do. I get it all over the side of the bottle. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in. About that. I'm going to see what that looks like. I may add some of this eggplant as well. I'm not sure. Stunning. I don't think I will. I think I'll just use this. I'll use another little mound of that, like so. I want it to be quite dark. Look at the mess I make. Yeah, I don't know. It's just me. It goes everywhere. It just goes everywhere. I don't know why. I must have some up the side of the jar and it comes out. Oh, right, so anyway, let's have a look at this. So when I did my last one, I chose a brown for my metallic mica, and it wasn't really dark enough. Like, I don't think I put enough in. So I want to make sure that I don't want to see the stick through there. Okay, look at that. Oh, just divine. All right, and then the other one is Archery Creations, and this is copper. It's a metallic. And you'll be able to see in a minute. Now, you don't need very much of this. It's quite strong. I'm going to use that. Half the amount that I put in with my purple. And we'll see what that looks like. I'd rather add a little bit less than more. That's really pretty. Okay, it's not dark enough though. Okay, I need a little bit more of that one. Go again with that. I don't want it to be too sort of transparent. You see what I mean about it sitting on top, and it just kind of looks like it's melted liquid, melted copper. And then, I mean, you do stir it in, but that's what it looks like when you put it in. So I've got the least amount of this one. I don't even think I'll use all of these that I'm mixing up. So 20 grams, 20 grams, 15 grams. I don't know that I'll use it all. I haven't finished mixing in my white properly yet. I find that if I've got air bubbles from mixing too quickly, they end up having bubbles in my lines, my piping lines. Although I'm not piping today, I'm cupping. I'm going to pour from the cup. So not piping, we're cupping. Okay, so we'll just let that sit there for a minute, and I will torch it. Try and get the bubbles out of all of them. So because I'm only using 2 grams, 20 grams with 2 drops of white, it's not very heavy. And also I'm using these mica powders, which are quite light. So I don't think I need to wait until my resin is 35 degrees like I would normally. So 30 is still a little bit thinner, but still thick enough to hold the colour, but thin enough to move properly, move well and close up. So I'm using the Let's Resin for our fast cure resin for this, as I usually do. I'll link Let's Resin's websites down below for you with coupon codes, so you can grab the resin as well. Now in the center, look, I've got some copper, little copper stones, and some little, not sure if they're black or dark brown, but I'm going to pop a few of those in as well, just in the center. I like to kind of match up the colors. I don't want it too heavy. I don't like it when it's too heavy. It gives that really definite sort of circle. I've figured out it's better if I don't put too much in. There we go, a little scoop of each. And I'm just going to use my little dotting tool here just to mix that in. Kind of spread it out a little bit. So I'm looking at my point. My circle's got to be towards the point there, center of the point, and then also center of this here, and hopefully I've got it in the middle. May not quite look like in the middle to you because my phone up there is on a slight angle so that I can see into the screen, so it might not look exactly centered. I'm going to stand over here. I think it's okay. I don't want to waste too much time with it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I'm trying not to do my centers like too heavy, if you know what I mean, because I'm trying to get them to kind of look more kind of natural without being too circular. Give that a bit of a torch. Oh, I need another cup. I need another cup for my dirty pour. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to pour in, pour half my white in. And half of my purple. Reminds me of my acrylic pouring days. And half of my copper. Now I saw this technique on a YouTube channel called, oh gosh, I wrote it down the other day, Art by Nayanika, Nayanike, Art by Nayanika. So yeah, I saw it on her channel, so check hers out. It's amazing. All right, the rest of the white, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to need all of this. Depends on sort of the color shade that you want, if you want a lot of white in it, or if you want a lot of the colors showing through. My last one, I got a lot of white showing through, I think because I used more white than I did with my colors. So it's, yeah, I think it's going to be different every time you kind of do it. All right, finish off with the copper. And I'm not going to stir it. I am just going to, I'm going to stir. I'm just going to leave it like that, and I'm going to pinch that, and I'm going to pipe. Oh my gosh, look at the bubbles from that. Now, when you sort of get ready to go, like once you've decanted, you really got to get a wriggle on. You can't take half an hour, you know, your resin's going to get too thick, and then your swells aren't going to move. So I'm going to start like this. Hopefully I'm getting some white in there. I'm not getting any white in there. I'm going to go around again. Okay, this is going to do like little squigglies. Looks like a lot more white. The white was in the bottom, so that's going to come out last. Getting towards the bottom now. Just got to be careful that I don't make my lines too thin. You're going to try and keep your lines, you know, the same sort of thickness. Otherwise, if they're too thin, they just don't bloom. You need to have a thick amount of your mixture for it to be able to spread. If it's too thin, it can only spread so far. If it's thick, it can spread more, obviously. It makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so oh, look at that. I used it all. All right. Okay, see, oh gosh, there must have been little bubbles in there still. So the first few, well, the first row has got a lot more colour in it, not so much white. I guess I could do, what I could do is white colour, metallic, white colour, metallic, and finish with white. So I got white on the top and the bottom and white in the middle. It's probably a better option, but anyway, this is how it is. So what I thought I would do, I want to do lots of little points and things. So where the point's coming out, I'm going to go out. Oh, there's a bubble. And also where the curve is, I'm going to go out. And then all these little points like this is where I'm going to go in. Just want to make sure I've got all the little bubbles out. The bubbles love to cling in here, in the center. I don't know why, they just do. They love to cling. Little cling-ons. Gotcha. No, it doesn't want to go. All right, so here we go. We are just going to start. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go up, up. I'm going to try not to get too close to the edge of the mold. I'd like to have a little bit of mold, a little bit of color showing on the edges, rather than, you know, having the white going all the way up to the end of the mold here, the outside of the mold. Okay, so that's all my outies. Now we're going innies. And I may not follow the point exactly. I'm just going to kind of go halfway, but you get the general idea. That's where it is. It's where the innie is, as opposed to the outie. Get your mind out of the gutters, ladies. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. And look, I'll just do a little swirl. You're not going to see it anyway because it's on the other side of my stones there. There's a little hole there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Might just see if I can make these little points a little bit pointier. It's hard to do without touching the mold. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. I'll just leave it. Now, hopefully the colours are going to be pretty. It's really hard to know if your white is just going to overtake everything. Yeah, you just don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right, so I'm going to cover that. Oh, there's a bubble. There's a bubble. Can I get it? It's right there near the tip. I should just leave it, shouldn't I? Otherwise, I'm going to ruin it. All right, let's go down and have a little look. I will come back and do a black background on it. See this? Oh gosh, wrong end. My silicone bit fell off that end. It's a little, I think that's where the bubbles must have been. Because of my stirring and I've made bubbles, I should probably mix my white first and let it sit. It's not too bad. Like, it's all going to come together and move and everything anyway, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. So yeah, we're just going to leave that. If I can resist fiddling. Just leave that. I'd like some nice little points. Oh, see, I'm fiddling and then I'm making not a point, little point. Look, the resin's going to move anyway. All right, I will just finish cleaning up my mess here, and we'll come back and have a look and see how much it's moved. Righto, so it's been about 10 minutes, and that's what it's looking like. Seems to be closing up. There's a little bit of space here and there, but pretty confident it will all close up over the next 15-20 minutes or so. But yeah, happy with that. Hopefully I can get some colour. I can already see down here there's some purple and some copper. White tips on the edges. I do like my white edges there, so yeah, I'm looking forward to unmolding this one. But I will need to come back and do a black top coat on it. I think black will really make it pop, especially with the dark little sprinkles in the center. That'll balance the outside as well. So yeah, I'll come back and do that soon. Okay, so it has cured, and I've got some black resin to pour over it. Here we go. I made up, let me just shut the door. Husband's come in and made the dogs bark. All right, so I mixed up just a little bit. What have we got? About 100 grams or so. Yeah, just under half a cup. Don't know if I'm going to use it all. So let's just start with a little bit. We don't want to overflow. Keep my cup over here in case it drips, and at least it drips onto the mold and not onto my bench. Okay, push that in, go into the corner. Yeah, I think I can put a little bit more in there. So I started with about a cup of resin, and now I've added a half a cup of resin. So basically this mold takes about 1.5 cups of resin. So that's easy to work out, isn't it? I might as well put all this in there. Things I've got it. And that's it. So I'll leave this overnight to cure. And in the morning it'll be, yay, it's unmolding day. My favourite day is unmolding day. So, yep. All right, so you can either give it a really light little spray, light little torch with your little baby torch like that, or you can just give it a spray with some isopropyl alcohol. It's the back, so I don't mind spraying it. I wouldn't spray it if it was the top because it leaves like a watermark type thing. So I don't do that. So that's pretty much it. All right, quick and easy. Right, I'm going to go and watch a movie now, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning for the unmolding. All right, this has cured. It's probably still a little bit soft, but I'm keen to see what it's going to look like. So just remember that was the last one that I did. Obviously a different shaped mold. This is the hibiscus small tray, and this is the poinsettia small tray. I will link this one for you down in the description. So a little bit soft still, but yes, I want to see what it's going to look like. Oh, very exciting, very exciting. Hope it's pretty. So that's that one there. Hope it's as pretty as the last one. Okay, I want the point facing up, so let's have a look. Okay, big breath. Are we ready? Let's do this. Oh, that is pretty. Look at that. So with this one, I see more purple around the outside, and then I see more of the copper about there, and then sort of whiter in the center. Oh, my center's not quite in the center. It could have moved that way a couple of millimeters. Oh, yeah, a little bit off, but that's not too bad. All right, let's go for a little walk around the studio, and we'll see if we can see it in some better light, and see if we can find the shimmer for you. All right, Oh, look at that. There it is. How pretty is that? We're getting a real 3D effect, aren't we? The copper on the tips of the petals, it kind of folds over a little bit, so it looks really 3D. Okay, we'll come over here. There we go. There it is in natural light. What do you think? It's so pretty. Let's zoom in again. Very pretty. Look at the shimmer. Love it. Love it. I'll take it outside and do a quick little video for you outside in the sun with the grass behind it, and finish off the video. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this one. I might do some blues and silver. I don't think that silver and white, no, they're very similar in colour, silver and white, so I don't think that they'll show up really well. But if you think of regal colours like navy and emerald green and maroon, and with your blooms, and then gold or copper or bronze, I think they would look stunning together. So maybe a green next time, or a blue. Let me know what you think down in the comments, what colour to go with again. But yeah, like I said, I don't think that the silver would show up very well against the white. All right, so thank you so much for watching. And like I said, I'll go and take a quick little video outside. And I will see you all again real soon for the next one. Okay, take care, guys. Bye for now.